I just want to take a brush and just blend the shit out of it when I see girls around just walking around with that sharp ass line. I just like, come here, honey. I just want to let me blend that out for you. Just hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about highlighting and contouring for the naturals. And by that I mean, okay, I have been wanting to either write a post about this or make a video about it because I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for it and people are gonna make nasty comments. It's my video, it's my channel. I'm just gonna flat out say it because I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. But everybody, when you look up contouring and highlighting, it's all about the whole Kim K highlight. I mean, granted, that might be, you know, some people's cup of tea. They like that heavy highlighted look, but not all of us do. I, for one, I don't like it. I think it's too heavy. I think it's unrealistic. No matter how much dimension and contouring and highlighting you're trying to do, it's just not natural. And I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. It almost seems like every brand or makeup brand that comes out, if you Google it or look them up, they have a tutorial with somebody doing that heavy highlight and contour. And it's disappointing because not everybody wears a heavy amount of makeup that day or every day, and not everybody needs to freaking contour the crap out of their nose every day. You're almost changing the way your face looks. There's nothing wrong. Like, you don't see big time makeup artists like Lisa Eldridge or Charlotte Tilbury or Pat McGrath doing that whole chiseled, like they'll put blobs of concealer and just contouring cream and then just blend it all in, and they bring in like all the concealer from here to here. Like, why do you need to pile all that on? I mean, again, if that's what you like and that's what you want to do, then by all means go ahead and do it. But for us, I like light layers. I like contoured cheeks. I think they look amazing. Do I like that stark line here, and do I like that really heavy, bright, under-eyed look? No, I don't. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, because I was talking on Twitter with a couple of girls and we were saying the same thing. Like, how disappointing is it that most brands won't even pay attention to you if you don't apply your makeup that way? Or the block brow. That's what I like to call it. I call them block brows. Why the hell do you need to take concealer and literally outline or etch out your brow? I think it's a little tacky. I said it. I think it's tacky. I don't like it. And it's sad that that's what the makeup world has, you know, become. You're a makeup artist because you know how to do that or do the contouring. No, not everybody does or applies makeup that way. At least makeup artists that I look up to. And I'm not bashing, you know, other, you know, celebrity makeup artists, but it's just not my cup of tea. And I had to get it off of my chest. I had to say it sooner or later. And so today's tutorial or a little demonstration, I have nothing on my face other than the Tarte, what is it? The Tarte Amazonian Clay Airbrush Foundation, the powder one, the one that comes in a little pot. I have that on my face, and then I have something through the brows, some mascara, and a little bit of lip gloss. But I haven't done anything to my cheeks or highlight, blush, none of that. I thought I would show you how I contour on a day-to-day basis, or bronze and highlight. I use both powder and cream. Preferably I tend to go with powders just because they're easier. I talk about this all the time. I'm surprised I haven't even hit pan on it, but I use it constantly. It has enough orange in it to give you a little bit of a color to the skin, but it also has a sort of like an ashy tone to it as well. So if I wanted to contour and bronze at the same time with it, I can. What I usually tend to do is right in the hollow of my cheek, I will bring it up a little bit onto the actual cheek part, the cheekbone, and I'll walk out the house like that, and I don't have to wear blush or worry about it. But I usually tend to reach for this. Now, if I am going out and I want a real chiseled look, or if my outfit's a little bit masculine or androgynous, I will whip out my Kevyn Aucoin medium, or sculpting powder medium. Now it looks like this. Now this is definitely, like, you can tell the difference between the two here. I'll put them side by side so you can compare. But this is definitely a lot more gray. You have to be really careful with it because it is super pigmented. So a light hand of this and you're good to go. You got cheekbones and a pan. Those are the two powders that I like. A cheaper alternative that I don't have it, but I've heard a lot of the NYX blush and taupe. That's very gray, and I know a lot of people love that one too. If these are a little bit out of your price range, I know this one's the most expensive, but I love the Jouer one. It's my favorite. I love this stuff. Again, I have another Kevyn Aucoin product, and this is actually the powder, can't think of the name now, the sculpting powder medium, but this is its cream form right here in this little pan, and you only need a tiny amount. It's really pigmented, it's creamy, it blends really nicely. And then here is a highlighting shade, which happens to be the cream form of the powder candlelight highlighter from Kevyn Aucoin. Am I making any sense to you, or am I losing you? Did I lose you? But here's the powder, here's its cream form. Both of them are super, super, like, oh, it's such a pretty highlight. The powder's finely milled. The cream is just super easy to blend. It looks like skin. It's such a pretty, pretty highlight. And this is probably my ultimate favorite highlight ever because it's so natural looking. It's hard to find cream products at the drugstore, especially for contouring. You can't find anything good. But I came across this Sonia Kashuk. This is meant to be a bronzer. There's two shades. I believe that this is the darkest of the two, and it's in rich bronze. And it's not too muddy, it's not too orange, it's not too gray, but it's a really nice contouring cream, or bronzing cream, however you want to use it. It's affordable. It's definitely a lot cheaper than the Kevyn Aucoin one, but if you're looking for a drugstore dupe, this is a really nice one. If I go overboard, I will grab a big fluffy powder brush, this fluffy ass brush, and just blend it all in, and I'm good. So I'm just gonna push my hair out of my face, and I am going to demonstrate on how to achieve a natural contouring look. I am reaching for my Jouer bronzer. And I grab my Yachio brush and just swirl it in the pan. Sometimes I get a little bit too much. I want to start out really lightly. I don't want to, it's hard to blend when you put too much on. You should just start off and gradually build up the color. So I like to either knock some off, or I just brush it on the back of my hand, and I start. Now, usually people tend to forget this little area here where their ear is. You want to start from back here. You don't want to start your contour here and have this big chunk of contour or this bronze part, and then your ear is really super white compared to the rest of your face. You want it all to blend in seamlessly. So I do start from back here, and I just lightly buff it in circular motions. And I never come here. I always just stay right here. and just go back and forth. Now, I look in the mirror, and if I feel that it looks okay, I'll leave it. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna add just a little bit more so that you guys, it'll show up on camera. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more and then just start from back there and brush forward. I also like to bring it up onto my forehead and on my temples. So again, I'll grab a little bit of the powder, dust or knock some off, and just apply some right here on the hairline. Now I'm gonna take the Kevyn Aucoin highlighting powder and Candlelight, and I'm gonna take this, the Real Techniques dual fiber contour brush, and just lightly dab it and apply that on the tops of my cheeks. Now the only other place that I would apply highlighting powder would be right here in my inner tear ducts and along the bridge of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. So I'm just going to take a little bit on this brush. Then I take some on the bridge of my nose, and I only do it along here. So my favorite part is to highlight the Cupid's bow. I feel that it makes the lips look a little bit more, I don't know, luscious, fuller. Just very natural. And when you put a lip gloss over top, it just makes them look nice, trust me. So very simple, very easy, as you saw. That's how I contour and I highlight. If I'm gonna go out at night, I'll just grab again the Kevyn Aucoin medium powder and add a little bit more contour, but I feel that this is enough for every day. It doesn't look fake or stark or really, it just looks natural, healthy, and that's usually what I tend to gravitate towards. And I know there's a lot of people who struggle with it and don't know how to do it, so I'm hoping that this was helpful at least. And don't be too nasty to me if I offended you. Wasn't trying to offend anyone who does, you know, the whole block brow thing or the really heavy contouring and concealing. It's just not for me. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!